Good afternoon, Los Santos. My name is Kurumi Tokisaki, and this is this week's news. Our first story of the week is about a carjacking that took place around Power Street a few nights ago. We were unable to capture footage of this incident. However, I did manage to interview Officer Rogers about the situation. Here's what he had to say. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened?
Well, I got a call on the dispatch of saying that there's a car jacking the street next to PDM. I believe it. I'm not familiar with the streets yet, but it's the street next to PDM, and there's a complex parking lot next to it. And then from above, above me. Well, I see a car landing to my left. Seems like they took some sort of ramp. It flew over me. Attempted to stop, and he looked back. He flipped me off. He just continued driving, so it turned into a 1080. So that's why we call a car pursuit.
Okay.
It lasted about about 10 minutes. So we had about 100 miles an hour, approximately, maybe more, an hour less actually. Eventually the suspect, Mr. I'm not gonna say that name just in case, confidential. But yeah, the individual, he attempted, which means he crashed into a light street pole, and he was rushed to the hospital to
Okay.
get medical attention.
And were any charges made on this individual?
As yes, he was given was charged with reckless driving and felony evading arrest.
Okay.
He did time served, and hopefully he'll learn from his mistakes that not to run away from the cops.
In other news, later that night, an ambulance was stolen from out front of Mount Zona while the LSMS worker was inside treating a patient. The EMS employee was working a solo shift and must have forgotten to lock their ambulance. Police were notified right away about the stolen ambulance and began the search. After hours of searching, the ambulance was eventually found in the ocean. Earlier this week, LSC finally received part shipments for cars. Customers are now able to purchase parts for their vehicles to customize to their liking. We'll be back after this short message.
Hello, I'm Darrell Andrews, and I'm here to ask the most important question you might ever be asked. Do you have what it takes? And do you think you have the mettle to survive my obstacle course and win $30,000 with a grand prize to be announced on the day of the tryouts? Then reach out to me or Weasel News COO, Blabby Pants.
Wowzers, that was a great ad. Over the past few weeks, there has been an abundance of car accidents in Los Santos and the surrounding area. Many citizens have had to spend numerous months in ICU from critical damage caused by these accidents due to not wearing seatbelts. If you or a loved one have not been wearing your seatbelts, please think twice. You could end up in ICU or even worse. And our final story for this week is about the first city event to take place in 2022. This event was hosted by Selena Kyle Entertainment at the Vanilla Unicorn. This event took place on January 15th at 10 p.m. EST. Selena states that this event was hosted for people to get together, mingle, and vibe out to some good music DJ'd by Mr. Knox Cox. This event will be one of many events to be hosted by SKE. Well, that's all for this week's news. See you next week, and stay safe, Los Santos.